Hi, this is Linda
And this is Leslie.
with Let's Talk.
Oh, I'm so excited, Linda, about this topic today.
Yes, this topic is about single dads.
Wow. And I applaud all the single dads out there, and I want to hear the gentleman's testimony. This is Reggie. Linda, this is a good friend of yours. Am I correct?
Yes, it is. I know him for a couple of years. I met him while he was volunteering while I was doing my nonprofit, and he has a son, and I love his son. It's so cute. Well, he's a young man now, but he was like 5 years old. He was so cute, and just sitting talking to him. I took him out to lunch one day, and you hear his love for his dad,
Oh,
and
wow.
and at the same time you see the love that his dad had for him. That I just had to pick him for our topic to talk about fathers for Father's Day.
I love that, Linda. I really do. And I'm excited to hear what Reggie has to share with us about being a single dad, raising a son, and what the benefits are and the challenges as well.
Yes. So Reggie, how is it to be a single dad? Can you kind of tell us what it's like?
Uh, we actually don't have enough time. It's wonderful in a nutshell. I mean, I never thought being a parent felt this good, but it does. And he makes it easy. I mean, it's a challenge. I have to remember he's exactly like I am, and so it's a challenge, but it's a great feeling. I mean, it's even better than I thought before I had it.
What are
Wow.
some of the challenges?
Um, as a youngster, I had a temper. So when he has his flare-ups, we battle, we go back and forth, but then I have to pause and realize, well, wait a minute, he's coming from the same direction, that I was coming from when I was his age. So I just have to pause and take a break myself and then talk to him, because telling him and being an authority figure, we bump heads. So it is what it is.
I love that. And Reggie, reason why I love that is because I have a cousin who's raising his daughter. And I applaud men. I applaud African American men in particular, because there's such a stigma attached to you all. And I'm glad that you are breaking that stigma about raising your son as a single father. Can you talk to us about what were some of the uh, thrills of raising your son on your own? And how did you do that with a support group around you?
Well, definitely support. I mean, like the old going says, going. Um, you can't do this without support. So you can't raise them without a village, and I have a strong village. Um, that's helping me raise him. The thrills, there's tons of thrills. I mean, we had thrills last night when we went out to a function. It was basically like a amusement park, and just seeing my son interact with his friends and other people, and just being happy. It's all worth it. It's all
What
worth
would you say? What would you say that your son would, how would he describe you? How do you think your son would describe you?
it. Jokingly, he's lately he's been calling me old head, um, but uh, seriously, I don't have a doubt in my mind. My son, the first thing he would say would be, "But my dad loves me. I know my dad loves me."
Wow.
So, and it's just, I mean, just speaking to him, as they are speaking of him, I get emotional. But
Wow.
yeah, I think first thing he would say was, "I know my dad loves me."
Wow. That says so much. Oh my goodness, that says so much. How are you helping him to be the man that he is supposed to be, in the future?
You got to lead by example. Um, Whenever we talk and I find myself getting upset with him, I'll always sit him down and tell him, I love you, son, and where I'm coming from. That is just basically coming from love. I think And it happened last night. Now that I think about it, I don't want to say I love you to him too much because I don't feel I do, but I say it a lot, and it is what it is. And I said it last night in front of his friends, and you know how free teenagers get when you show affection to them, and so I had to stand my ground and back up and let him do his thing. But it was we had a great time.
You know what I think about, Reggie, when I hear you talk? I think about the scene in the movie Boys in the Hood, when Lawrence Fishburne was the father raising his son, Cuba Gooding, as a little boy. His name was Trey. I just like that movie. I guess you're probably like, okay, well, I'm referring to it. But I think about how he would talk to his son about the dangers of making poor decisions and the positives of making good decisions. Would you say you've had those talks with your son?
Yes, I've had numerous talks with my son. My mother's had talks with my son. And one thing I do fear that it terrifies me is that my son is strong-willed, and what's going on with today's society. As a Black man, they don't want us to be strong. So it's kind of tough, tangling him back in, but yeah, we definitely have that talk. I talk to him all the time. We watch shows together regarding, police activity, things of that nature. I tell him numerous times, no matter how mad I get with him, I'll never give up on him, son. I'm not going to lose you to nothing. So,
wow.
That's it's a great feeling talking to my son.
I just hear your voice. I hear your love that you have for your son. And I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. I applaud you. I applaud you, Reggie, as a dad. I applaud you as an example, because we need to see more of that portrayed in front of us. And as African Americans, our boys are targeted, so to speak. And I'm so glad that you are steering your son in the direction where he is going to make a positive impact in our world today.
I appreciate that. It's a lot of us out there as the that don't, and not to say that I had a lot of opportunities to fight with them, because the court system's very one-sided, and it's hard. It's really hard. And my thing is, a lot of these men that are, I don't know, a jacket being placed on them is very unfair, because I've been through some horrible experiences with the court that, and I don't want to say I'm above average, but, a lot of men just don't want to go through that. And I can see that. But it's so much that they're missing, not being in a child's life, and, circumstances, whatever the case may be. I would just say, just keep fighting. Just keep fighting, because you're missing the world.
Wow, that's good. What about you, Linda? What are your thoughts? I know you have sons. What are your thoughts on raising sons to become men?
Wow, that's hard. That's a hard topic. That's a topic all by itself. It's just every opportunity, every moment you have to use to teach them. I remember being a mom, you want to protect your child no matter what. And my husband started telling me, and Reggie, you probably agree, is they have to fail, they have to fall, they have to learn it now the hard way. Because if they don't learn it now, they're going to learn it. There's something so much worse than us as a parent teaching them or giving them a punishment, or the school. Reggie, how do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
Well, I can tell you some stories about that as well. With the school, the one thing about the school, we have a real good open communication. I talk to school teachers, counselors all day, every day, such as my mother as well. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. He goes to school. I mean, I can remember there was an incident that really had nothing to do with my son, but just just the love I have for him, I mean, emotions just came storming out, and then I had to be calmed down a couple of times. So, but yes, it can be challenging with boys because, you know, especially you know, at his age, as far as I'm concerned, his age, you know, they're experimenting with new things, and now I'm hearing girl talk. So
Oh, I
yeah,
know.
I got to get prepared.
Reggie, I'm going to ask you, what's your biggest fear as a father raising a son?
Well, I have a lot of fears. I would say police brutality, losing my son, or having my son in a situation, you know, that he's hurt. That would be my biggest fear. And it's police, and I say that really because I you know, I've been through a lot of it, and I know the streets, so I don't want him to have any parts of it. And just knowing that my son is a very caring and loving individual, so he's not looking for any type of trouble. So yeah, that I would say that would be, yeah, that would be the biggest.
Now, Reggie, I got to ask, what's your biggest joy about raising a son? Or your greatest joy?
Um, wow. Uh, it's a lot. I mean, just the
There's a
time
lot. I can
spent.
see there's a lot. Yeah.
It really is. It really is. Just knowing that my son knows, really deeply knows that he's loved by so many, especially by me. Um, I, I, I'm simple. I don't need much, but just as long as he knows he has support, he'll always have everyone that loves him. Um, and he knows that I love him. I love him. Yeah, I love him to death.
Oh my lands.
Don't
I
you
just
feel
love
that?
that. I know. I want to cry and I want to pinch your cheeks, Reggie, because I'm feeling such a love that's emanating from you for your son. And it's going to really penetrate the audience because there's so many people out there that need to hear your message about it's okay to be a single dad and still do a good job and love your son.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. That's remarkable. Reggie, what would you say to that new father who's on this road now, for whatever circumstance, whatever reason? What would you say to that new father that is taking on this by himself?
Uh, hmm. I would say just be patient. Be extremely patient. Um, yeah, I can't emphasize that enough. Just be extremely patient. Um, read, do some reading. Um, you know, our family is very extremely close, so I have the support, and I have the greatest mother in the world. I feel so. Um, yeah, I would just say, just be patient. Um, spend as much time as possible. Record, video, tape, pictures, whatever, because they grow up so fast. Oh, they grow up so fast. You're gonna get frustrated, um, but that's yours. So, I mean, just be happy. Make sure that child is healthy and happy, um, and it'll go so much long way. Because I remember as a child, just the relationship I had with my mother, and
Wow.
I can't tell her enough how much I love her. So I remember everything. So I'm hoping, you know, the same for him. But you'll love it. You'll love it. I'll just say, just be patient. Um, get ready for the battles, and go from there.
Wow, that is so beautiful. And I think about a comment that a friend of mine she made. She was asking someone. She said, "What advice can you give me about raising my daughters?" And this gentleman said to her, "Just be there."
Mm.
And I hear you saying that. Just be there, be present, be in the moment, because that's something we can never get back.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like standing up and giving you a round of applause because you deserve it for what you're doing and what you're exemplifying for your son and other men out there, that it's okay and you can do it. And it is noble and it is honorable. You know, there's nothing like a father who affirms their children. And I know that's what propels them to do better in life, when they know they have the backing of a parent, whether it be mom or dad. But in this case, it's a father. And fathers invoke blessings on their children and they invoke curses. But in your case, you are invoking blessings on your son. And those blessings are going to go beyond what you're seeing. They're going to go into the generations to come. So thank you.
No problem at all. And I enjoy talking to you guys about it. I mean, it's so easy to talk about my son. As far as the thank yous or appreciation, it's so easy. It's so easy. So easy. So yeah, no. Just it is what it is. I'm just another parent. You know, going through the struggle, single parent that is, and just raising their child and having the greatest time of my life raising.
Oh, wow. Wow. Linda. Great guest today. I love that. I love it.
And it's like a sacrifice he doesn't even care, the sacrifice of giving up of yourself to give all to your child, to your son. And I just love his heart. I mean, of knowing him and having an experience with him and his son, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I thank you for being on our show, and I appreciate just sharing your love and your heart and your passion, so people can see that and refresh them to, because it's a battle. It's work.
It really is. And there's a lot of us out there. You just don't know it. That's all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us out there.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's beautiful. I love it, Linda, because this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's about love. And what comes from the heart touches the heart. And Reggie, this is what you have done for us this evening. What has come from your heart has touched all of our hearts. And I know there are people out there on the other side that have liked what they heard, because I know I did. So please be sure to hit the like button so we can get other messages like this out there to those that need to hear it, because there are other parents out there on the other side that would love to receive the wisdom that Reggie just shared with us. So please be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can hear more topics like this, because this is what it's all about. It's about life's lessons, and it's about laughter and love. And the ultimate goal is to what? Make relationships that last. And that's what we're doing right here. So thank you, Reggie, for joining us this wonderful day.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.